Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we're talking love and marriage huntsville. Y'all know why y'all here. Anything I say is alleged and in my personal opinion and for entertainment purposes only. It is not personal and all of the things. So we are talking because Sunny has made Urban Bell for the fact that she got into it with another YouTuber. So let's get into this. So it says, Love and Marriage Huntsville star Sunny Meeks drags YouTuber. It has been a rough first season for LMAH newbie Sunny Meeks. She has been receiving a lot of backlash from the Love and Marriage Huntsville fans due to how she ended up with Moses Monroe. As we reported, Destiny aired out Sunny before she even stepped foot on the show. Destiny feels like Sunny backstabbed her by dating Moses. Moses and Destiny have had an on and off romance for 15 years. Also while she was married to LeBaric too. Destiny told Sunny about Moses when Sunny was working as a field producer for LAMH. Sunny was assigned to Destiny, so they had conversations about Destiny's life to determine what she would show on LAMH. At some point, Destiny introduced Sunny and Moses. After Moses and Destiny cooled off again, sometime later, Sunny and Moses became a couple. Now they are married. Recently, Sunny got into it with a YouTuber who covers Love and Marriage Huntsville. According to Sunny, the whole thing popped off because the YouTuber, and you know her name, made bestiality accusations about Sunny. Eventually, Sunny appeared on one of the YouTuber's recent live sessions, and it was a mess. Moses currently is behind bars for a probation violation. Sunny wasn't having it after the YouTuber said she was concerned for her. Sunny Meeks offended a YouTuber by calling her elderly. Sunny said, "Girl, you are funny. You were just talking bleep the other day when you were at the Bulls talking about, I'm going to get my family on her. Woo woo. Be an older lady. Be respectful. I know you're probably old enough to be my mother. Just be respectful and be a woman of character. And a woman that should be trying to be a positive role model for other black women instead of one who sits up here and tears other young black women down. Be a role model, because guess what? The tongue and the curses that you put on me and mine, God is watching you, sweetie, and you will have a bigger price to pay for that." Somebody should tell this to Carlos King, because didn't Carlos King try to put a curse on people as well and then try to invoke God the other day? Sunny continued, "Be an elderly woman." The YouTuber responded, "I'm not elderly." Sunny didn't back down. "Yeah, you are. Be an elderly woman. Have some respect for other people, especially younger women. Be somebody we can look up to instead of a person who is trying to drag us down." She added, "You were just on here talking about peace and how people need to come together. I think you need to be an example of that instead of being so messy. You're the only blogger that I can honestly say is the craziest bleep out of your mouth. And guess what? I get it. You can report on a show and do whatever you want, but bestiality is crazy that you would even say that." And then it gets messier. At this point, Sunny told the YouTuber she would have seen a different side of her had these accusations were made in person. The YouTuber took this as a threat as she expressed that she felt disrespected by being referenced as elderly. Sunny was unmoved. "You are my elder. That was what I was saying. I don't care if you're elderly in your mind or not. You're older than me, so there should be a certain amount of respect as a black woman you carry amongst yourself." The YouTuber replied, "Can you please respect this is just, can you please respect yourself so I can?" And then Sunny says, "Oh, I respect it myself, but I'm not gonna finna let a bleep keep playing with me. You ain't finna keep playing with me." Then the YouTuber is heated at this point in the conversation after the B word was called. "Now, if I called you a bleep and bleep, you'd be mad and start running. You get the bleep up off of here, watermelon head." Sunny replied, "Bye, bleep. Play with your mama, don't play with me, because I'll slap the bleep out of you if we are in real time." It only worsened here. The YouTuber said, "And I'm gonna take a flight and punch you in your bleeping face. I'm gonna show you how elderly I am, bleep." After Sunny told the YouTuber to make good on that, she said what she was going to do. The YouTuber continued to go off. She said, "I'm trying to respect your raggedy bleep." Sunny followed up with, "But your bleep is raggedy, baby. That curtain halfway hanging up on your door is raggedy. That window halfway, smoker breath. Your hair is raggedy. Smoker breath and your smoker lips is raggedy. Your skin and those nails are raggedy. Your skin looks like you've been drinking tons of alcohol, raggedy." And so on and so forth. And then Sunny also took to her Instagram to respond and promote the article. I mean, as she should, right? So she went to her social media and said, basically, you know, "Baby, I'm from St. Louis. The show me state, stop playing on my top, read the magazine articles about me." So she's promoting this. And I want to make a note of this, you guys, as well. You know, the YouTuber in this article is not a millimeter or a Mel supporter, you guys. So again, you know, this narrative, a lot of these rumors, a lot of these lies, a lot of these things that are being spread on YouTube, you guys, like, you have to take it, you know, you have to consider the source, number one. But also, you need to also, you know, look at what's happening around you, right? And nonetheless, I don't know what's going on this week. I don't know if it's something in the air, something in the water, or the change in weather for those of you who are in the Midwest and the East Coast and everything else. I don't know what's going on, but it is getting so vile, so negative, and so nasty. And y'all already know. Once I am done recording the video and it uploads and everything else, like, I'm checked out. I am checked out. I am doing my own thing or whatever, because here's the thing. I am not going to be consumed with this Love and Marriage Huntsville nonsense, because we're at the point now where everybody, you know, certain people, they're just attacking each other. And then Carlos King, for whatever reason, is gaslighting people because he's pissed off. I think somebody got in his behind, to be honest with you. I think somebody said something, or maybe he's pissed about the lawsuit or whatever. But whatever is going on, he's mad at the wrong people. Here's what I have to say. I have to say that, and I've said this plenty of times, I am against, you know, people taking things too far and showing up places or calling people or whatever else. It's not that serious. I don't know these people, never talk to these people, and anything else. So for me, I'm going to react to what you do on the show. I'm going to react to whatever is going down on social media that's messy and all these things. But nonetheless, this show has always been messy. That's what's so crazy. Stormy's mom has been talking out of pocket on Facebook since season 1, episode 1. And said right off the top that she didn't know why, but she had a bad feeling about Melly and was never going to like her. So if you've already have that notion in your mind, it was never going to change no matter what Mel said or did. And then you have Tisha's mom, who continues to get on social media all these seasons later and drag Mel, right? And then we have Tisha's brother-in-laws, Marceau's brothers, who were posting inappropriate things on their platforms about Mel, about Mel's youngest child, and about Mama Van. I feel that went too far. But nonetheless, you know, people want to now reference Facebook, but they only want to, you know, talk about, you know, certain comments or whatever, but they don't want to acknowledge the amount of hate that Mel receives. And that's why I cannot thank enough Latrice and even Winter for, you know, standing up for this, for standing up for the fact that Mel does not have to say anything to anybody. And Carlos King even said in his recent live that he doesn't have to say anything for anybody. So if you are saying that at the top, you can't turn around and try to be messy and try to set things up for Mel to be dragged because you didn't like how something, panned out. And now you want to rewrite history as to why your cast members are quitting this show in droves.
No. And you left out the part where Stormy threw shade at you and said that you didn't even pay her enough for her to even consider staying on the show. But nonetheless, anything to blame the fans. And I just don't understand insulting the people that are supporting the platform, that are supporting the show, that are giving into, some of these ratings or whatever. Like, can you make it make sense? But, more of this is going to happen if there's not boundaries that are set at this point. But Carlos, you allowed social media yourself to infiltrate the show in place of your own cast members showing their own reality. So you let the door in by having social media become a storyline, by having male fans who are not getting paid to be a storyline, and you thought that that was going to generate all of these, ratings and these views, and all it did was it created more hate, more toxicity, more division, more people threatening each other, more people trying to sue each other, more people coming after each other and doxing and all of these things. You created that environment by trying to make the fans seem like they're monsters. And then the age shaming, here's the thing. Anybody should be lucky if they have the opportunity to be of a certain age. I never understand the shade that gets thrown across the board, because it's like at one point, you should want to become a certain age, right? Because if you don't get there, that means that you checked out early. That means you did not live long enough to even get to that point. So I don't understand when people do that, right? So nonetheless, because even when I was on a team, and at the time I was the youngest person on the team at the time, and everybody else was elderly, right? We're in their older, they were older, right? But there was somebody who was like in the midst, like in between my age and their age, and she would call them the Golden Girls. She would call them the Golden Girls and everything else, and it was just a mess, you guys. It was just a mess. But basically just saying that they're older and they're like just everything what everybody else is saying, right? They're older, they're miserable, they're negative, and blah blah blah, right? But again, we are so far removed from, logic and sense. And there's just so much erratic behavior that's taking place. There's so much unraveling taking place. And it's just crazy, you guys. It is just crazy. This show should not have people out of order like this. But I keep saying it starts at the top. When you create this environment where anybody can say anything on this show, whether it's true or false, and people can take it and run with it, whether it is true or false, you cannot get mad at people who are going to do their own thing and take their own stand and take their own matters into their own hands when you are creating this environment. It's exactly what Latrice said. Latrice said, listen, you've got me on a show where basically everybody attacks me every season to the point I had to bring my friends back on the show. And, if a fan wants to, do whatever, even if it gets to fighting, I hope the cast member knows how to fight, because she is tired of the BS. And even called Carlos King and said, listen, called him out and said, listen, I'm going to need you to show everything from start to finish on this season finale. Because if you're not going to show it, like, there's no point in hyping it up. And then after that, Carlos King, like I said, promoted the show when Bell Collective comes on and when Love and Marriage Huntsville comes on, and then quickly removed Latrice and Destiny off that panel to bring in Dustin, you guys. Because Carlos King can always dish it out to others, can always throw shade to others, can always laugh at other people's misery and misfortune, and laugh at all these black families imploding. But the moment he gets called out and called to the carpet, now it's a problem. Now he doesn't know how to act, and he doesn't know how to receive it when his own cast members are dragging him to his face and reality stars are dragging them to his face. You can't sit here and be a blogger and be a messy producer and just act like people are going to put up with your shenanigans and never say anything. That's not how this is going to work. But this notion that people have to kiss your behind or else, like, it's ridiculous. But nonetheless, until owner discovery or somebody steps in that this is too far, that we are not, achieving anything with all of this discourse, with all of this negativity, with all of this back and forth, and now we got lawsuits and we got all of these things going on, if you do not nip this in the bud, it is going to get even worse than what it is now. Because it is creating way too much backlash and way too much unraveling. To the point that you have people basking in the negativity, you have people who are so against this negativity that they're just turned off from Love and Marriage Huntsville altogether. Like, you just have too much going on. And this show is not that serious. So there's that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.